Good evening, everybody. My name is Alberth Mimila, and I'm going to tell you a little about me and my family and our Habitat story. But first of all, I want to say thank you for being here tonight, and I hope you guys are having a good time. Growing up, there wasn't really that much that stood out for me. We were a normal family. I had a normal life, went to school, and hung out at home. Both my parents, an older brother, 2 younger sisters in a studio apartment. Things were really cramped. I just felt that I didn't have space or freedom to do much, but I was young, so I didn't really think much of it. But around fourth grade, my mom started to lose her hair, started going to the hospital multiple times a week. She had bruising on her arms. Then around Christmas time of my 4th grade year, we found out that she was diagnosed with breast cancer and was told she only had 3 months to live. At this time, I was confused and didn't know what was going on since I was really young. But my mom was a fighter, and 2 years later, we moved into a 1-bedroom apartment. So we could have more space since she was sick, but things were different. I didn't want to come home because I felt like everyone was in their own corner. I was just trapped with the emotions I was dealing with. In my apartment, there was no space to express myself. So I went outside, and I was never home because there was no one to talk to about what was going on. There was arguments, lots of negative energy about what was happening, and no one knew how to deal with it. Our family relationships weren't the best. The time helping the situation, I was acting out in school, disrespecting teachers, getting suspended, and I did all this because I wanted attention, and I didn't care if it was good or bad. I was almost like I just needed something to distract me from the pain I was feeling, and figured this kind of tension was better than nothing. But what I didn't realize throughout the whole time was my dad was dealing with me and my issues. He was dealing with also slowly losing his wife. Then the world changed towards the end of my 7th grade year when my mom passed away. She had outlived the doctor's predictions by almost 4 years, but I still couldn't believe she was gone. I was in denial, I was angry, I was depressed. But one day I realized that acting out wasn't affecting anyone except me. Before my mom passed, there's 2 things that we would talk about. One was her seeing me graduate high school, which I was able to do this past year. And thank you. And 2 was having a home of our own with space to run around and rooms we could all make our own. And with Habitat LA's help, my mom's dream was fulfilled this past December. I know that many of you may have no idea what Habitat is or what they do. Habitat is not a program where they give away homes. You actually have to work to make it a reality for you and your family. There are certain requirements you have to meet, sweat equity hours you have to put into the building of your home and meeting to attend. It's an intense process. And when my dad told me about the opportunity, I didn't really understand what he was asking me to do. I agreed to go out and do some hours, and then I found out that this was real work, and I mean construction work. At first, I said, this is not for me, this is not what I signed up for, but then I realized Habitat is not just doing the requirements to fulfill the program. It's so much more. It's about the people, the staff that I met at the restores, the construction sites. That's what had me coming back, the volunteers, the positive attitudes. During the process, I met around 200 people that I would never met, and I'm pretty sure that they didn't even know each other. But Habitat brought everyone together. Even my dad and my relationship became something I never thought it would, because we weren't always the closest of 2 people, but being next to him, working side by side under different situations and circumstances, really let me get to know him better. Our bond grew stronger, our communication got better, and he opened my eyes to the dream that he was trying to accomplish for my mom and us. It was at the home dedication that I finally saw my dad really happy in a really long time. And when we received our keys, it was beyond anything I ever thought would happen for our family. I never thought I would have a home at the stage of life right now. I still think it's surreal. My mom's dream has been accomplished because of my dad's sacrifices and hard work. It's incredible. It's amazing that Habitat helped with this. Without them, it probably wouldn't happen this early in my life. Having a home not only helps my future, it gives me space to express myself, and I'm about to start college. It also gives me space to study and do homework. But having a home hasn't just changed things for me, it made a big difference for my family. My brother, who couldn't join us tonight, is a hard worker, quiet guy who is going to college and working. So he loves that he has a room to have time to himself at the end of the day. My two sisters, who are teenagers, are able to deal with these sometimes tough years of growth and transition in a safe and comfortable home. For my dad, even though my mom is not here with us physically, she is in every piece of the home because it was their dream for our home. And she was right there with us as we put up every nail and lifted every wall. Love built our home, and it makes me happy to see my hardworking dad relax and enjoy our home. But overall, everyone has their freedom to be themselves and see what others experience wait for us out in the world. And me, I'm beyond happy. I'm joyful. I'm thankful for Habitat for Humanity and what they've done for my family, the staff, volunteers, sponsors, Aaron, because without any of those wonderful people, some things wouldn't be possible. This experience has been life-changing in a positive way, and I know that the years go on, and I will be able to express myself even more fully, the lasting impact this had. But I say to you today, if you're thinking about volunteer, do it. If you're thinking about donating, I will tell you Habitat was only able to do this for me because of the generosity of others. And if they had more money, they would be able to do so much more for more people. So I say no matter how much or how little you can help, because one person makes a huge difference. Thank you for letting me share my story today. And before I go, I would like for you to meet my family, my sisters, Ashley and Anna, my dad and my hero, Ignacio. Mom, I know you are here with us tonight too. I love you.
Yo nomás quisiera decirles gracias, Capital, que ha sido mi familia. Los de ahora son mi familia. Y quisiera decirles gracias a todos. Los quiero mucho y que Dios los bendiga a todos.